Hello guys, in this video, as you see, I have this somewhat older mesh created in Lightwave a few years ago, and the purpose here is to show you how to bring this over to Blender and do some facelift and fix, for example, I want to fix these sharp edges, adding bevel because in Blender it's so much nicer. And I also want to cut off part of the mesh, like this part, and I want to add proper UVs and etc. So it's a generic modeling UV layout workflow how-to video. I already saved this mesh, so let's go over to Blender, and I just import it one more time because there was some minor modification. Okay, here we go. This numpad comma or dot will bring into focus your selection. I just hide this side view now. I change to orthographic view, and the first step, let's remove the unnecessary parts. So I go to face selection mode, and I also want to activate the wireframe mode, and I select these guys. Now I'm in wireframe mode. Let's select these guys, just drag click and press X and delete faces. Right, and now I go back to object mode, and I want to center this. I want this guy to sit on the origin. So in order to do that, you have to set the origin to geometry or center of mass. Well, this works. Now the origin has been positioned here. I can snap this selection to the cursor, okay? But now I want to lift this guy up, so I just move it up. And first there is a rotation, a 90-degree on the x-axis. Let's apply it, Ctrl A and rotation. Okay, now if we move up this dude, yeah, and now I can apply the location as well and go back to object mode or shaded mode. Now I want to fill this gap here. As you see, there is a hole. So I go to edge mode and start selecting. Just click and Alt Shift. Yeah, actually just Alt left click will let you select this whole loop, and now press F to fill it and Ctrl T to triangulate, and then now I want to delete these edges and this one and this one, and now press X and dissolve edges. Okay, now let's fix the normals and the smoothing, because actually it looks pretty okay. Yeah, let's do it manually, because now I have to add sharp on this edge and just Alt left click one more time, but it doesn't work now. Alt Shift. or just shift. Yeah. This comma is useful for if your focus is going out of focus. And now Control E, and there's a mark sharp menu. Control E stands for, I guess, these edge, the edge menu. It brings up the edge menu. Yeah, this one too, and this. Control E, mark sharp. And what if we just set wireframe mode in the viewport mode? Maybe not. But now it looks pretty okay. Let's unwrap the UV. So I already arranged this setup. So we see the UVs on the left side. I go to one more time into edit mode and into face selection, and I want to mark seams. So I just start selecting edge loops where I want to add seams. I start selecting. Yeah, I have to fix these as well, but later. Okay, it's a bit boring, but yeah, select. There's press Ctrl E and the mark seam. Okay, so we see the first. Our first seams, let's do it on the other side. Just quickly. This is boring. Heck. Yeah, and now Ctrl E, mark seam, and I also want to select these arches. So Alt click, Shift, Alt, Shift, Alt, and let's do it on the other side as well. Like this. And Ctrl E, mark seam. I want to separate this section completely. Now I will go to UV live unwrap. I activate live unwrap and unwrap. But first I have to select all my faces. I always forget it. UV unwrap. Select all and go over to this UV editor and activate this UV sync selection, because now if I deselect all faces I still see the UVs. Otherwise, if this is off and I deselect the faces, you don't see anything. So it's always good to keep this button on. It's not bad, but we have to fix these two pillars here. I want to add cylindrical mapping on this pillar, so I just select this. Maybe just click, press L, shift click another the other mesh and press L. It stands for, what is it in Lightwave, this select connected. It works in the UV editor as well, this L. If you just hover the mouse pointer over a UV island and press L, it will just select the connected island. Select the island, the pointer is above. So one more time, press L and press L one more time. UV cylinder projection. It's not quite the one we want because there should be aligned to object for some reason. Okay, but it looks pretty okay. We have to fix these flat things, so select this guy and press Shift H to hide everything else, and I want to fix this UV here because it's just a flat line. So press Ctrl plus to add more selection, and let's do it on the bottom side. Okay, and now we can apply cube projection, and I pull this guy aside. Okay, and press Alt H, and I also want to scale down this and pull aside. Okay, let's do this for this other pillar and press cylinder selection or projection. Okay, it looks fine. Press L, Shift H, drag select, Ctrl plus, and do it on the bottom side, Shift drag, and now UV cube projection, and pull it aside, Alt H, and now we can select all, and let's see what happens if we pack islands. Well, it's not really the thing we want because now these huge panels are really small here, so let's use average island scale. And one more time I want to pack islands. Okay, now we are getting there. So we have our panels, these big flat areas here. This is okay for me. We have the pillars. These two guys could be bigger. Maybe I will just do it. Use this L selection. I pull these islands aside, and heck, maybe yeah, this one and these two islands. This one is important, this area. I think this is pretty okay, but the pillars are way too small, so let's just scale them using S. Even more. Okay, just a bit. No, I think this is nice. This could go here. We can add a bit more scale just to fill the UV space, so we use everything. These guys are fine like that, and these ones too. This is very small area, so I don't care about it. Now we have a pretty okay UV layout. We can test it with a with a UV, with a image texture, just for fun. I have my rocks here, rocks. Let's select thumbnails, and I just want to use maybe this one or this. Okay, and but we have to add a in the shader editor just quickly a image. So add texture, image texture, and plug it into the base color, and from this drop down menu you just select stone wall. And now if you go to shaded mode, okay, let's fix the light, because it's this light is I use a sun, but this is just way too strong. Alright, and what if we want, now it's rotated, it's facing the wrong direction. There is you can fix it using the shader editor, adding a texture coordinate node and a mapping node. And if you plug the vector into vector and UV into vector here, you can start. Maybe I should select a more visible texture, just a more prominent. Yeah, like this one. Alright, and now if we want to rotate it, we just rotate it on the z-axis, okay? And you can also scale it down. It's just these sliders react, they are way too sensitive for my taste. This thing is better in Lightwave. Hey, I just did it in the wrong way. I never know. In Lightwave, I think this works in the opposite way. So you can use UV, but you also have these possibilities to refine the UV scale and rotation. I think this is a nice feature. Okay, maybe. Yeah, now it's facing the proper way. Okay. I wanted to add bevel on these edges, but maybe I just leave it as it is now for the time being, because I think we have covered quite a few topics. So I hope that this was useful, and thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.